internationalen bedeutenden Unternehmens, die Peterson Union Control, heißt auch Markus, Markus Nummer 2. Ja, vom Alter her weiß ich nicht, können wir nachher sprechen, aber Markus ist immer fertig, er heißt auch so. Er ist immer bereit, was für Neues zu tun, fertig für Neues. Ja. Dann kommt der Bio-Spitzenkoch Christopher Hinze, ein bekannter Koch, der sich entschieden hat, nicht nur gut zu kochen, sondern auch nachhaltige zu kochen. Und dann daneben kommt eine Expertin, das ist die Britta Ungru, eine Ökotrophologin. Wer weiß, was Ökotrophologin ist? Wer weiß das? Okay, das ist aber wenig. Aber immerhin, Fachpublikum schon fast. Also eine Ökotrophologin ist eine, die genau weiß, was in einem Essen drin sein muss, damit es sinnvoll ist, sagen wir mal so. Ja, sinnvoll. Kann man das so formulieren? Okay, gut. Dann haben wir ganz links Herrn Retter, Werner Retter, ein Pionier aus Österreich, Steiermark, ein Pionier im Bereich Säfte, Granatapfelsäfte, können Sie nachher alles verkosten, aber erstens müssen Sie ein bisschen zuhören, damit Sie wissen, was Sie überhaupt kosten werden. Und ich bedanke mich an dieser Stelle ganz besonders bei dem ANUGA-Team der Culinary Stage. Bravo! Dass Sie das alles ermöglicht haben und auch an Herrn Eiden, dem Chef der ANUGA und vielen anderen, die das möglich gemacht haben. Wir haben vor 6 Jahren, durften wir noch nicht auf der ANUGA präsentieren, vor 2 Jahren durften wir am Stand der BVE präsentieren und jetzt sind wir im offiziellen Programm und in 2 Jahren gibt es vielleicht eine eigene Eco-Wellness-Halle. Also wir reden jedenfalls darüber. Superfood, Eco-Wellness, Organic, Superfood. Organic, the standard for organic Superfood. Und jetzt gebe ich das Wort an, und ich bedanke mich natürlich auch bei meinem Team aus Wien und Berlin, Hilda Pölzelbauer aus Wien, wo ist sie denn? Wahrscheinlich hinten was Gutes machen. Und Regina Richter, die Leiterin des Büros in Berlin und die erste Aufsichtsratsvorsitzende weiblicher Natur seit 20 Jahren unserer Firma. Herzlichen Dank, danke, dass Sie da sind. Ich sehe einige bekannte Gesichter. Ich freue mich, dass du da bist und auch sonst werden noch einige dazustoßen, glaube ich. Es geht los. Markus, Nummer 1, Markus Abends.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you, dear Stefan. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, for being here to be with us. Stefan has introduced myself, Markus Arbenz. I'm from IFOM Organics International. And you may have the question, what is IFOM Organics International? And that is actually a little bit the content of my initial speech. I hope that everybody can follow, that those who said that they speak German, that they also understand English, or at least in English with a German accent. Our topic is Genieß dich gesund. Wie geht das? Gesunder Genuss und Nachhaltigkeit. So enjoy getting healthier. So not to say actually health is related to suffering or health is related to eating food that is not tasteful. This is not exactly our core messages when we talk about the organic movement worldwide, but it's a very interesting message, and it's a message that is very much going with our strategic thinking and our positioning. And in the next couple of minutes, I will explain to you a little bit how come and why we have this collaboration and this partnership. IFOM Organics International, you may not know this brand or you may not know what it is. It is a global umbrella organization. It's an umbrella, it's a network of organizations, more than 800 around the world, who say, yes, we want to form the organic umbrella. We want to be those who determine the destiny. We want to be those that actually strategize how we further develop. And I have a couple of slides to explain to you where we stand in a very summarized and maybe also in a quick way. I'm not bringing here all the kind of detailed statistics, but I can show you a picture. Sometimes a picture shows much more than a big statistics book. And this picture here shows you very nicely actually where organic agriculture is strong and where maybe is not so far far reached. What you can see very well here is actually almost everywhere in the world. That we're very strong in Europe. Australia is particularly strong. And you can see also that in some countries, for example, in Africa, in certain parts of Asia, or even North America, there is actually still a lot of potential to further develop. If you look at here the infograph and see the statistics, you see that more or less 50 million hectares of organic certified land, agricultural land. There is another 40 which is wildcraft, where you can go and collect actually organic products, but that's on top of it. You see here that it's about 2.5 million organic farmers that are certified. You see actually that there is approximately 75 billion euros market around the world. And you see actually also from this chart here that is quite a strong growth. We had 15% almost when it comes to land. We had 7% when it comes to producers, and around 10% when it comes to market. These are all figures from 2014 to 15. That's the latest statistics that are available at this stage. And the next statistics, they will come out actually in February 2018 at Biofach in Nuremberg. A bit more figures, particularly related to the market. You can see that USA is the big market, so it's about half of the market is from North America. You can see that Germany is the second biggest market, and with all other European countries together is maybe another 40% of the market. And then all the rest of the world, particularly Asia, China is also one of the big organic markets with 4 billion euro turnover. Is mostly actually in Europe. So Europe, the other big giant when it comes to market. And the small countries like Switzerland, Denmark, Luxembourg are the market leader when it comes to per capita consumption. You see also that there is a strong development. You see the figures, how it's developed from 2000 to 2015. Actually, 4 to 5 times bigger the market right now. There is a lot of talks also that say, okay, sustainability or voluntary sustainability standards, there are many in the meantime, but in this graph you see that organic is the elephant in the room. Everything what is green is actually the share of certified land when it comes to agriculture, to agricultural land. And all the other standards, they may make 1/3 of it, while 2/3 of all these voluntary sustainability standards including fair trade, actually are organic. The topic, or one of the topics that we are discussing a lot is Organic 3.0. So what will be the future of it? We say Organic 1.0 is the world of our pioneers. Organic 2.0 is the world of our certified standards, their operations, all the figures I showed you before. And all this actually will lead into the future, and that is actually very much in our mind. How do we strategize for the future? And actually health, one of our 4 principles, is one of the core strategic elements when coming to further developing, when going actually from the 1% scheme in the world actually to scale it up to a bit more importance, to be more going more broadly out and reaching more people. The strategy of our organization is actually changed. So if you see actually organic people always complaining about how things are that should change, it's in our nature. Actually, we want to go out and challenge conventional systems, and particularly in the interest of sustainability, and say, yes, we want to have a change, and we have an agenda to further develop in order to make the planet a more sustainable place. Sustainability in terms of ecology, that's maybe the one that everybody knows, but also in terms of social development, in terms of economic development, and also in terms of cultural development. Yeah, I skipped this one. And now I come actually to the relationship to the eco-wellness standard, or why this collaboration here. And I want to show you this here, particularly in order to understand it, that the organic world has many standards. It's not just one. There is many standards around the world, and we call that family of standards. So you see there are many expressions of actually how we organize organic. And one of these standards actually is the eco-wellness standards. And the eco-wellness standard, which has a particular approach of organic plus. You say, you take the achievements of the organic movement, you work with those, and you add actually certain elements which your clients, which your audience has a particular benefit of it, and you want actually to go and look at it and give more promises on those aspects, which is, on one quick word said, is on health. We will in a minute further develop or further look into it, what in terms of health exactly, but this is the basic idea. Huh? An organic standard like any other, with the same requirement, with the same promises, but on top of it, there is more to see here. That's the promise where you say, okay, from the field to the shop, so looking actually at the whole chain, starting actually what happens in the field and go actually up to the table. And yeah, that's what I wanted to say for the time being to that one, and just a few last words in terms of IFOAM Organics International, the global movement. I can say there are platforms. There is a world conference going on in India. I show you this because India is also the country of ANUGA here. So very interesting actually that other things are also going and that we're discovering also the same places, India to be on the radar. I want to finalize actually these thoughts, initial thoughts actually with a look into the future, showing you that organic is not only from the past and the present, but also has very good perspective. This is a chart of what investment banks are telling their clients and what they feel the market share will be in the future. You see, we have the highest market shares at the moment in Denmark, around 8%, has strongly developed. But if you look at the blue ones, they will actually see that we will have market shares much stronger, 10-15%, depending on the scenarios. That is actually what investment bank, in this case, Rabobank from the Netherlands, is expecting. Yeah, that's actually what I can present here from my side. I would like to continue our dialogue and saying, yes, that's the background, and I would like to go now a step further and maybe moderate a little bit discussion with our panelists here and ask a bit the question, first of all, to Stefan Tomek, initiator and owner, representing the owner of this standard also. What is actually behind that eco-wellness standard? What do you promise to clients?
First of all, thank you, Markus. Vielen Dank. Ich setze in Deutsch fort und werde ein bisschen Englisch noch dazu sagen. Also die Idee kommt aus der Medizin. Ich habe Medizin studiert, mein Vater ist Internist und wir haben mit Erschrecken festgestellt, und der Spiegel-Report kürzlich beweist das, dass die Stoffwechselkrankheiten so zunehmen, Krebs, Alzheimer, Diabetes und so weiter, dass es gar nicht mehr zu finanzieren ist. Das heißt, das Motiv für den Eco-Wellness-Standard kommt aus der Prävention. Ja? Was muss ich tun, um nicht an Krebs zu sterben? Oder wie die Berliner sagen, wie komme ich fit in die Kiste? Ja? Und das ist eigentlich der Grundgedanke von allem gewesen und der Mensch im Mittelpunkt. Das heißt, wir haben nicht wie die Ursprünge der Pioniere, der Bio 1.0, wie du es genannt hast, einfach die Umwelt, das Wohl der Tiere und Pflanzen im Fokus gehabt. Das wäre ja auch schlecht gewesen, eine Wiederholung dessen zu machen, was schon erfunden wurde und gefunden wurde, sondern wir haben die Lebensfreude und die Gesundheit des Menschen in den Mittelpunkt unserer Standard-Überlegungen gestellt und haben dann rumgesucht in der ganzen Welt, was gibt es denn schon, was gesund ist. Ja, und da habe ich dann in Mecklenburg eine Wellnessfarm aufgebaut im Osten und festgestellt, dass der Biostandard, normale Organic-Standard, Gesundheit nicht vorsieht. Allenfalls bei Tieren, aber nicht bei Menschen. Und so entstand das, und damit komme ich schon zum Schluss der ersten Frage. Der Eco-Wellness-Standard, wie es hier schon da war, vom Acker bis zum Arzt, regelt erstmalig alles, was man braucht, um zum Beispiel legitim ein Produkt Superfood nennen zu dürfen. Ja, ich bin entsetzt, muss ich ehrlich sagen, als Fachmann, wenn ich über die Messe gehe und was da alles unter Superfood angeboten wird, unkontrolliert, nicht zertifiziert und nicht einmal organic. Weil ich glaube, das erste Voraussetzung für ein Superfood, um es nennen zu dürfen, Superfood im Sinne des Wortes, ist eigentlich, dass es nachhaltig produziert wird und nicht auf Kosten des Leids von Tieren oder auch Pflanzen hergestellt wird. Und das ist die gute Voraussetzung, dass wir gesagt haben, das, was schon toll ist, nämlich eine Organic Regulation, die weltweit da ist, die brauchen wir nicht neu erfinden. Da bauen wir drauf auf. Und es war schwierig, es hat 15 Jahre gedauert, damit wir überhaupt hier stehen und hier stehen dürfen. Warum? Weil es komplex ist, weil es schwierig ist und nichts ist schwieriger für die Menschen, Dinge neu zu machen, neu zu gestalten oder Veränderungsprozesse zu machen. There's nothing more difficult than to change something which is already a business. I don't say a name, but some a very good name. Everybody knows this guy. When we first presented Eco-Wellness at the Biofach, he said, Herr Tomek, was wollen's denn? Bio ist gesund. Yeah, I translate, Mr. Tomek, what do you want with Eco-Wellness? Organic is anyhow healthy. But, ladies and gentlemen, that's not true. Organic is not, can be, but is not healthy from a scientific point of view. It can be healthy, but it's not need that it is healthy. So we are the first standard from Acker bis zum Arzt, from the field to the Kantine, the companies who want to do medical wellness in her company. And that's what we want. We want to make the world better and build up on the old pioneers, but make the world better in the next step, like with Mr. Retter and other pioneers who do fantastic products.
Okay, very interesting actually the thought, and I would like actually to ask this question to, let's say, more a neutral instance, the question of health. Can you certify such a thing like health or health